Hey folks, Will Brink here, and today what I'm going to do is a review between two very popular Kydex holsters, which is the Kydex and the Comp-Tac. And I'm going to do a brief comparison and let people decide for themselves which is the holster for them. And let's get started. Okay, so here's our two holsters. We have the Kydex, we have the Comp-Tac. I think you'd probably notice right off the bat a much more robust retention adjustment system screw-wise on the Comp-Tac versus the Kydex. I think that's pretty easy to see. Some of the major differences between them over time that I discovered certainly is you'll notice if you look at the Comp-Tac here, you'll notice that it has been shaped literally on a curve to fit your hip. You'll notice it's done as a channel, a belt channel, versus a screw setup, and I find that really comfortable. It actually does work quite well as a CCW holster versus just something that's good for courses and IDP and that type of thing. The Comp-Tac is done on a screw system. Like I say, you can see it's pretty flat. Now, some people might like that because it's modular. You can of course take this off and put on some other system, whether it goes to a drop leg or it goes to something else. So that might be a plus for some. It's not really something I needed, to be honest with you, and I can tell you the difference in concealability and comfort in my view is so much higher on the Comp-Tac than the Kydex. It's not even funny. So those are the sort of the main concerns. Now, one of the issues, of course, you get what you pay for, and the reality is the Comp-Tac, depending on where you look and such, is a good $20 or so more than the Kydex. So you have to take that into account. If you're just looking for a Kydex holster that would just be used, like I say, for courses and IDP and that type of thing, you're perfectly fine with this, and lots of people use Kydex. Personally, I think the extra 20 bucks, give or take, is worth putting into the Comp-Tac for the reasons of it does everything it's supposed to do. In addition to that, it actually is for me at least, an excellent CCW holster. Very comfortable with that curve they put into it. I think the channel that's built into the holster versus being screwed on is going to be stronger if you do get into a situation where somebody's tugging on a holster or that type of thing. And I also just think that the actual positive fit of the gun in the holster is better in the Comp-Tac than it is in the Kydex. So it's a bit apples and oranges in terms of they're not comparably priced holsters, and so you have to keep that in mind. I will say at the end of the day, I would certainly go with the Comp-Tac. I think it's my favorite Kydex holster out there, but I have to admit I have not tried every Kydex holster, so don't take my word on that. You may have one that you like more. So that's my basic review of the Comp-Tac versus the Kydex. End of the day, I would definitely go with a Comp-Tac myself, but again, depends on money you want to spend and what you're using it for. And I hope this info helps, and I'll see you all hopefully on Optimal SWAT.